Time for dessert, baby.
Yeah.
Dessert before dinner.
One of my favourites.
One of her favourites. I remember having this when I was a kid. It's bread and butter pudding. Right, now this is a very old recipe. A lot of you older people would probably know bread and butter pudding. I don't think bread and butter. I don't think a lot of people nowadays probably have heard of it, Sharon.
No. I don't even think they get it in school dinners anymore. Like, what did I do?
Shout, I don't think you get anything in school dinners.
I think it's all like
unless it comes in a pack. Unless it comes in a packet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, you're missing out, kids.
Yeah, you are missing out. But they're not be if their mum and dads or grandparents actually make them this. And when you first look at it or hear the sound of it, bread and butter pudding.
What do you think of bread and butter?
I don't know. I've just done it again.
Bread and butter.
Bread and butter pudding. I know that, Shell. I don't know what I said that for. Right. So, shall we go through the ingredients?
Here's the ingredients: 8 slices of bread, some raisins or currants, some real butter to butter your bread, 2 large eggs, 3 tablespoons of sugar and a pint of milk.
Pretty simple, folks. Not a lot in this actually, but let's put it together. And what's the first thing to do, baby?
Butter the bread.
Let's get it sorted.
You can use brioche, you can use croissant, use what you want.
Right, but I've always only known it with white bread. So we're just going to butter the bread, folks. She's actually just put that butter in the microwave just to soften it off a little bit, just to make it easier to spread. And make sure you get the whole butter along the whole loaf, because it's when that crusty bit there gets caramelised, that's where you want the flavour, otherwise it could be a bit plain. So do butter them well.
A lot of people say cut the crust soft, but I like the crunch.
Yeah, the crusts actually make it, folks. Right, so all buttered there, folks. Now we're just going to cut these into triangles. You don't have to, you can cut them into squares, cut them in half or whatever, but the presentation just looks a little bit better when you have triangles. And one thing to say, folks, don't scrimp on the butter. Put plenty on, as I've said to you, and make sure it is butter. Don't try this with margarine, you'll have a totally different flavour. There you go. Right, so we've got these little 1 litre dishes, folks. These are the ones we've got from IKEA. The link for these is in the description below. You can get them directly from IKEA. They are 1 litre dishes. And just make sure they're well buttered. Right, so we've actually buttered 2 of these litre ramekins because we believe that there's enough bread there to do 2. So what we're going to do now is start assembling it. We're going to start laying the triangulated bread in the bottom with the butter facing upwards, folks. And then she's also going up the sides as well. So it ain't got to look too pretty. Just make sure you get plenty around there. There you go, that's fine. So we'll do the other one as well. And then we're going to start adding the other ingredients. So you want a layer of currants. So just put them all over, folks. Try and not concentrate them in just one little area. You want an even bite all the way through. And what we're going to do now?
And now we're going to sprinkle this with some sugar.
Right, come on in, baby. Get it on there. Just spread so it covers the bottom, basically.
And then you're going to repeat this all again. Bread, currants for the top layer.
Right, off you go then. So again, lay it all in, folks. So your bread faces upwards. Keep the crusts nicely tucked in. And literally just layer it up, Sharon.
Yep.
There you go, folks. Just a sprinkle. Make sure you get them fully over. You want to be able to taste the currants in it.
You can put sultanas in if you prefer. You can put what fruit you like in or mixed fruit.
Yeah, you can do all that.
What do you prefer?
You can do all that. There you go, baby. Now what?
Sugar.
See what I mean? And that will all caramelise and crystallise up that, folks. So it looks lovely, Sharon. There you go. So that's made 2 of them litre ramekins, folks. So you've basically got 2 lovely sized puddings there. You know, this is ideal for going into the air fryer for these sizes for us. Right, now what?
We're just going to give that a little sprinkle.
Right, final bit of sugar on the top. Get all into the corners as well, folks, don't forget. There you go. Right, now what? We're going to
beat the eggs and milk together.
Right, so you've got your pint of milk here. And we've got our
2 eggs.
2 eggs. And all we're going to do is literally bring them together. Just crack them into the bowl. And literally just whisk them together. Now I suppose what you could do here as well, Sharon, is put some little bit of vanilla essence in that, couldn't you? Yeah. Just for a little added treat.
It is like an egg custard.
Yeah. So that's it. This is on the fly, this, folks. we're just going to add a little bit of vanilla essence in this.
Or vanilla extract. I haven't got it yet.
Well, the extract is actually better for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
So we're just going to add a bit of that as well. Look, you don't have to do that. That is in the recipe. I've literally just thought of that. Right, just beat that all together, folks.
And then you literally just pour it over these two and let it soak.
Right, yeah, it wants to soak in, folks. So make sure you get in all the corners and try and cover all the bread so all the bread gets moist. There we go. There we go. Just go all the way around because you want the bread to soak all that up, and that will expand in there, and that will take in all that bread. I say get it on the edge bits on the crusts because that will dry out otherwise.
And then just leave it to soak in.
And that's it. So you'll let that stand for how long?
Well, we'll say 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes until that liquid is all soaked up into that bread, and then it goes straight in
The air fryer.
the air fryer. Right, 15 minutes later, folks, and that's really lovely, all soaked in now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it all sort of swells up a little bit, love.
And it sprinkled a few extra currants.
I love it when
as
it's.
you can
I
tell.
love it when it swells up, Sharon. Anyway, so we put this in now.
Yeah, let's get it baking.
So we're going to put both of these in our air fryer, folks. We've got the dual Ninja 2 tray jobby. If you've only got one tray, that's absolutely fine as well. And we're going to put these in for 150 degrees centigrade on the air fry setting, and they're going in for half an hour. Now, we've never cooked this in there before. Again, you have to sort of keep checking it.
We're doing it blind, basically. aren't we?
Well, we've got some sort of idea, but this is the first time we've cooked it. So let's get these in the air fryer right now. Right, as you well know, folks, we use these little silver strips. Show them how we pick them up, Shal. Just silver paper, and we lift them into our air fryer like that. Now, we've just got hold of this stuff, and let me just show you it. It's called, as you can see, cook and mesh, and it's reusable non-stick mesh for baking, grilling, and cooking. So we just cut it down to size so it fits in our air fryer, and it just gives you a little bit more grippage.
Yeah.
You know?
You know it's not going to tilt.
Yeah, so we'll be using one of them. We will show you this at a later stage. We've just cut it down to size. And let's just get these in the air fryer and start on cooking, folks. Right, so you're going to put them on match. So they're both exactly the same. We're on the air fryer setting. We're going to go down to 150 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes. There we go. So in they go. And you see, you've got more to grip hold of, Sharon, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that's our normal way of doing it, folks. Again,
if you've got liquid as well, I suppose you feel a bit happier with that.
yeah, of course you do, baby. So we just chuck that silver foil over the side there. There you go. And put them both drawers in. And hit the centre button to start on both cooking. And that's it. So we will be checking on it, and we'll bring you back as soon as we have cooked them.
Yum, yum.
Can't wait, and had this for years.
I love it.
Right, they're out, folks. They took 30 minutes, and what I did do, just to brown the top off, put them back in for an extra 2 minutes on 200 degrees, and that's given them a lovely golden colour on top. Let's take a closer look at them. Oh, look at these, folks. Here they go. So just going to chop a bit out now. Oh, look at that little crusty bit. That's a little perk, look. And look at, oh, Sharon, look, oh, look at that, look. Oh, can you
like egg custard.
Like egg custard, folks, look. Oh, let's just
I hate to say it, egg custard is another one of my favourites.
Happy days. Right, let's have a little taste of this. Now, you can eat this on its own. You can eat it with custard. We haven't got any custard made. I love it with custard, personally. Or you can have it with a bit of cream. Now, that we have got available. So let me go and get the cream, baby. No? What do you mean no?
I like my puddings plain.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll pour it over just a little bit of it.
Half, do over like half, you know, so you...
My half.
Yeah.
So we're just going to drizzle a bit of cream. Oh, look at that, folks, look. Oh, superb. Oh, don't you nick that bit. That's my favourite bit.
It's on my bit.
Of course it is.
Oh, no.
Right, come on. We haven't had this for a hell of a long time, folks. You tell me what you think that's like, baby. It should be lovely and stodgy, folks.
Oh, I love it.
Come on. It doesn't taste like bread, does it?
Crunch.
That's what you want. You want the crunchy top, and you want the sweetness of the raisins and a bit of sugar on there.
It's a bit like fluffy, like egg custard.
Yeah, and that egg and milk mix brings it all together, I think you'll find. Well, I'll say that, I don't know, because I've not tasted it yet.
Don't think you're going to.
Can I have a go?
Well, do you have to?
I don't have to shout, I want to. I want a bit of that crust there as well, folks. I'm going in with the crust as well. Oh, it's a love. I'll tell you what, made out of meagre ingredients, Sharon. Oh, let's get that cream on there. Bit of cream on the top there, look.
It was one, wasn't it, that you made when you used
Shall?
that stale bread?
I'm going in.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh, Sharon. Oh. You know, don't you? Oh. That soft, milky, gelatinous. The way the bread's gone into like an eggy custardy type.
It is like a custard.
And comparing that with that crunchy top sugar raisin coating, baby. Oh.
Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options.
You wouldn't think, folks, you was eating a slice of bread.
You would think bread and butter could taste so good.
No, you wouldn't. And even that little chef's perk, Sharon. Oh.
Crackling.
Yeah, take it off me before I eat a lot.
Oh, I thought I was never going to say that.
Give it a go, folks.
This is so much better than your chocolate puddings.
The thing is, the way this come about, as Sharon just said, was people who had stale bread in the house, rather than throw it away, put it into a ramekin, make up your egg, your sugar, your raisins, your milk, just pour it into the bowl, let it all soak up, whack it in there, let it do its thing for 30 minutes, and then just put it on.
Croissants gone a bit old, put them in, or them pan of chocolates that my grandchildren like, put them in, bit of chocolate in
Yeah,
them.
it hasn't got to be white bread, you can do crusty bread, anything. Just try it, soak it in that milky delight, Sharon, and I think you'll be surprised, folks. There's another old-fashioned dessert for you there, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this one. A lot of people don't know about this.
No, you're going to enjoy this one, people.
And it's not bread pudding, it's bread and butter pudding. And so don't forget what I said to you before, put plenty of butter on it as well. That comes right through the flavour.
Just enjoy it.
Anyway, don't forget to check out our other videos, folks. We put out 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And also a Sunday vlog, which is our family vlog, where you can see what we got up to during the week. And also, at the end of that, there's a chat box, Sharon. And we're there live talking to you. Oh, pardon me, Sharon. I've got to go, Sharon. I'm going to eat this up now, folks, and we'll see you in the next video. And until then,
like, share and subscribe, people.
Yeah, thanks very much for all the new subscribers as well.
Newbies.
And we'll see you in the next video. And until then, bye for now.
Bye.
Is it all right to have dessert before main course, baby?
In this house it is, yeah.
Unbelievable.